Hello.
Hello everyone.
We figured we would show you our house now since everyone is interested.
And it's basically done, so it's kind of like a tour.
Yeah.
Start with the fire ring.
First we have our fire ring that Derek wanted to start with. What is that in there?
Paper towels for cleaning the grill.
Oh. Here's a full shot of our house. Excuse the mess under the porch because we've got a lot of trash. There's our composting bin, which
Don't worry about it.
is something that we don't need to worry about.
Go to the river,
We'll show you the river.
which is high.
It's kind of high right now. Usually there's another person down here. That's where we're plugged in.
We're still alive.
Our water.
Don't show the license plate.
And this is where we're plugged in to the water and the electric and
Sewer out.
sewer. Right now it's going over there. Oh, our tanks. In case you're wondering about those. You probably weren't, but
Yeah, our oven and our water heater is run off of propane to avoid having to draw for electricity, so we can better do 50 amps and not have to worry about more than that. You wanna
here's
talk
our
about the air
deck. Huh?
Air conditioner?
Oh, sure.
So that's the compressor unit for our air conditioner. It's a Mitsubishi mini split unit. A+ would recommend. And our pumpkins.
Our little pumpkins from
Grandpa.
Row Garden. Grandpa Bob.
And those pumpkins.
And those ones. Our mat we bought at Home Depot.
Home Depot would recommend.
And time to go in. So we will start when you come in the door. You can hang your keys here. You can put your wallet here as Derek has done. Or we put our receipts there for Derek to log later.
To the kitchen. Table first? So this table came from IKEA. It does one of these numbers on both sides. So if you want to, you can pull that out and have a full 6-foot table. We don't generally, but it's there. It's really good for if we need to prepare food, or I like to use it for a drying mat for dishes. But it does that on both sides. We had to put wheels on the bottom of it, so it'd be a lot easier to roll around instead of having to slide it. So we took it over in front of our couch. We can have it in the middle. We can block out this whole spot, whatever. And it also has drawers, silverware, knives, and spatulas, and can openers, and that kind of thing. And that's kind of turned into a junk drawer. On the other side, we have toothbrushes and things like that. And Amber's drawer, Derek's drawer, and oven mitts and dish towels and things. Then we have our gas oven that we talked about earlier. Part in the pan, we just made dinner. It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I cooked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's full size.
30-inch stove. Warning about gas ovens versus electric ovens. 2 warnings. 1, the bottom is not a place where you can store pans. It is now a broiler pan and a gas oven. And 2, it will probably set off your fire detector every single time you use it when you're in a place like this that doesn't have great ventilation. Which you can also notice by how difficult it is to sometimes shut our door. It did not shut. It did not shut. Because you can't get rid of the air. Do the ceiling right there. This is all, so that ceiling is actually the same as the ceiling for the main house. It's 6.5 feet off the ground in the kitchen, It's pine, tongue and groove. And the ceiling is the same material, but the ceiling's about 10 feet off the ground. All stained with Minwax espresso. Amber and Dad did the sink countertop area. They had to plane
And my
down.
And my dad.
And Bo. I said Amber and Dad. I didn't say which dad. It's both dads. Cut and plane all these boards from full-size boards. There's water there. It never leaves. But after we did that, we did an epoxy resin on top of it. So it was like a 1/4-inch layer of clear as glass plastic. And then this was all trimmed out. Thanks for the help. Then this sink was free from a neighbor. And it's deeper than the one that we bought for $5. So we went with this one, and it came with a faucet, which faucets are surprisingly expensive, so also good. We built this shelf yesterday and the day before. It's just some galvanized pipe with some black iron fittings, floor flange used on the wall, microwave sitting on it. The microwave used to be on top of the refrigerator, but the microwave was too far away on top of the refrigerator. Now it is much more accessible.
We have considered putting it on the other side, so
There.
I
Vote
think
in
that
the
looks
comments.
awful. Let us know, because we're not so sure how we feel about it.
Right.
So
All these blinds we got
Curtains.
from curtains, from Amazon. They do good, I guess. And this is our first little plant. This is also a gift from my dad, actually, for Christmas last year. Succulents are the way to go. They don't die unless you really want them to. Do we want to do the rest of the main floor?
we've got the refrigerator.
Yeah, which is not a full-size refrigerator. It's, I think 11 cubic feet.
I don't remember. Stand by it so I can see.
I'm about 5'6".
We've got some good room in here.
Corn, thanks Grandma and Grandpa. Don't look at how much pop is in our refrigerator. Very unhealthy, I know.
What did that last?
And now we
Temporary-
move from the kitchen to the living room, even though it's all the same room.
Temporary couch. Dad didn't want us sitting on the floor, so we temporarily have this couch.
Which is somewhat handy because it also lays down, and then the arms come up, which is kind of neat. It's a good pillow.
Which our plan for the couch, it will be able to lay down and then also have storage underneath where we're going to store like our board games and stuff.
Which are currently just on the floor under this couch.
Yep.
That window was one of our free windows. The only free window,
It
actually.
wasn't free, it was
$5, $10.
10.
This is the
Free store. No.
Cincinnati Restore.
Yeah.
No, Reuse Center. Cincinnati Reuse Center. It's kind of like a Restore Habitat for Humanity thing, but a lot more building material type options and a lot more selection. They've got picture windows the size of a house, and they're still only $10.
Yeah.
So picture window, not the size of a house.
Does not open.
Does not open. Yeah. So $10. We've got our other plants up here.
They don't need to see all the plants.
Okay. That guy had like 250 pieces. I made him. Anyway, so moving to the bathroom. This is a barn door. The wood came off of a 80 to 100-ish year old shed type thing. We affixed that to a piece of plywood to try and make it straight because the boards were bowing real bad.
This piece.
And then this is the bathroom. You can see Amber's bathrobe and towel from yesterday. And our glass shower door.
Which was a must.
It was a must. We don't do the whole curtain thing. I'm not a fan. It It's not that curtains are bad or anything, but we'd rather have this. It was a bifold door, got off of HomeDepot.com. This is not glass. This is a piece of polycarbonate that was trimmed and rounded and beveled to fit the gap because it was splashing real bad into the corner. But it's a full 36 inch shower pan, full size shower. That's actually something we mostly did with our tiny house. We have a full size shower, a full size stove, an almost full size refrigerator, full size sink. We don't have a bathroom sink, but it's only 15 feet away in the kitchen, so not a big deal. This, although it looks like a lowly piece of wood, is actually conduit hiding a wire to this light. It is wood, but it's serving as conduit. Another blind curtain thing. This is our composting toilet, which makes sense with the composting bin.
We're not gonna open it to look inside
No,
though.
it's plastic. It is what it is. We have waste, but so that is our bathroom shelving system. There's actually a good amount of space there. Kudos to Bo for doing that one, I believe.
If you can see all the way back there.
Probably not. And then we also have a closet in here for hanging stuff and dirty clothes. And that 6 inches away-ish from our clothes is our tankless water heater. That runs off the propane in the back. Requires a certain flow rate through it, so be aware of that if you're trying to install one. Then on this side we have our water tank and our sweeper, and there's a pump. So if we don't have supply from the city water, we can also do a pump and pump it out of this tank, which we still have to get water into the tank, but it's, a possibility.
We also have shoes up here.
Yep, shelf and this light.
Yep.
Do we want to show them the kitchen cabinetry? Oh, we want to show them the lids.
Oh.
Yeah, so one of the neat things we have in here, we took these command hook guys and made these lid holders, which work better with bigger lids, but you get the idea. Boop. Upstairs or stairs?
We're talking about the split and then the stairs.
Okay, so that is our split unit. Reference to the compressor unit outside. It is super quiet and it keeps it very comfortable in here at all times. We haven't had any issues with it at all. You're supposed to vacuum out the filter every 2 weeks. I missed that 2-week mark, but it still wasn't very dirty somehow, so do your regular maintenance. These,
The most recent project.
they may look like a set of cabinets, and you may have been wondering this whole time, how do they get to their loft?
Well,
These-
these are the stairs.
Correct. So, sometimes a little tough to move, but they're also,
Drawers. Very deep.
20-ish, 23 inches by 10-ish inches. Each one's a little different. They all open, but for the sake of making them stairs, we're not going to open them all because, we got to go up them. And then the top one is just another cabinet or drawer.
With no lid, so we don't have to pull it all the way out. We kind of just have like sleeping clothes in there, so
Things
that
we
way
don't-
it's
yeah.
easy to access.
And if I'm gonna wear clothes for multiple days, like after work, it's not gross. But that's what I do with these. And then this actually worked out really well as a way for us to kind of make a pseudo spiral staircase to get up into the main loft. You want me to go up first, or you?
You can go first, I
Alright.
guess.
So you just walk on up these guys.
And hold on to the loft.
Yeah, this kind of becomes the stair rail. But these are also storage in these holes. We put our coasters in there. It's got a bed in it. I'm sitting on the bed and not busting my head. I'm like in the ceiling, but it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm laying in bed and I sit up, I don't hit my head. So that's a plus.
And I can sit on the edge of the bed and not be hitting my head
Fair.
because you slouch naturally.
Those are our blinds closed, and those are our blinds open. We have blinds in the top because we don't want to get woken up by the sun every day.
But we wake up before the sun comes up anyway, so
Correct.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And that is our ceiling fan.
We've got some storage bins.
Right. Underwear, socks, sleeping clothes go in there. The other loft is accessed via that rung ladder, which you may think is impossible to access with the TV in the way. You would be mostly true because we're too lazy to move the TV. However, we will now show you that the TV moves.
I usually walk down the stairs sideways. It helps.
So the TV, all these wires can't really help but have an articulated mount. So we can pull it out like such, all the way out to there. Basically like watch TV while we're washing dishes or whatever. And then you got plenty of room. Climb up these bad boys. Ugh. You might notice that there's a second TV up here. It's where I shall go to play my video games when Amber is home. Also, a light, just like the other side. Bought this from a local artist. He painted all these letters without a stencil. But happiness is homemade. Got anything else to add, Amber?
I don't think so, except maybe that our blinds are controlled by this, which I like a lot. And it's easy to have privacy or not. Also, that isn't planning on staying, although it doesn't really get in the way anyway. But we don't plan on it staying. I think that's it.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask Amber.
Or Derek.
Or Derek.
Bye.
Bye.